back, everybody, to Shotgun Saturday Night.
Of the nation, laughing in color. It's the man gonna ball crush your mother. Listen what I'm saying, it's for real, not playing.
Led by Farouk.
You need to start praying.
The Nation of Domination making their way to the ring. And it seems as if, as this capacity crowd looks on, Brian, that the Nation grows and grows every single week.
It's like an amoeba. It's out of control. It's feeding on itself, and it's certainly gaining a lot of momentum with each victim that it takes along its road.
We're getting ready for six-man tag action here. And, of course, the focus, it would seem, of the Nation of Domination recently and certainly currently is Ahmed Johnson. Ahmed Johnson will attempt to run the Nation of Domination's gauntlet, if you will.
Well, that gauntlet's going to be a lot tougher than ducking a drive-by shooting. I got news for Ahmed.
Richmond, Virginia, on May the 11th, Ahmed Johnson will meet in individual matchups, crush Savio Vega and Farouk. And if Ahmed Johnson is successful in all three matches, the Nation of Domination will be abolished.
If he's successful, it'll be a cold day in hell for him to be successful.
Well, we've got Freddie Joe Floyd, Aldo Montoya, and Steve Corino to challenge the Nation of Domination, Crush, Savio Vega, and D'Lo Brown. This is the first time we'll have seen D'Lo Brown.
What we're going to do to Ahmed Johnson.
With the Nation of Domination here. He starts it out with Freddie Joe Floyd.
Your fellow Oklahomian.
Yeah, that's him, all right. And, you know, interesting article in the Raw magazine talks about the dissension within the ranks of the Nation of Domination, and it speculates in a very scathing article that uh-oh, look out here, near fall, that the problems from within the Nation of Domination have been caused by Crush and the fact that he's got several grievances with Clarence Mason and, more importantly, the leader, Farouk.
Well, I've heard those rumblings as well, and I got to believe there's something to them. I don't think it's another case of irresponsible journalism on behalf of the WWF staff.
Of course, as you saw, the Raw magazine featuring Vader, Bloody Vader on the cover. Oh, my, there's a cheap shot by Savio Vega on Aldo Montoya.
I saw the spread on Sable as well.
I'm sure that you did.
They had some great pictures of her, too.
Well, anyway, right hand there by D'Lo Brown on Aldo Montoya. Well, I tell you what, you got to wonder what kind of attitude Vader's going to have when we see Vader in the ring against Ken Shamrock. Ain't going to be pretty, I'll tell you that.
What's going to happen to that jerk and that stupid idiot, Ahmed Johnson? Only an idiot that would think he can go through an entire nation.
Ross, this perverse trick on behalf of the WWF hierarchy is going to backfire.
What are you talking about?
Let's face it, Vader's mean, nasty enough on a regular working day. What's he going to be like after being a political hostage over in some third world armpit? He's hungry, he's rabid, he's you know what, and he's going to take it out on Ken Shamrock.
Vader's mean and nasty at baggage claim. Vader's mean and nasty with somebody delivering room service. And there's another tag. Well, I tell you, you know, Farouk made a very good point there regarding the wisdom of Ahmed Johnson, who has great athletic prowess. I think we both agree. Oh, what a kick. But I question the wisdom. Yeah.
Wisdom associated with Ahmed Johnson?
Well,
you better question it. There's more wisdom in that clunky 2x4 he carries around than what he's got in his cranium.
Well, it's still it's hard to figure out. Oh, look at this. Man, they're cooperating here, aren't they? Well, I'll tell you one thing. It didn't look like there's any dissension in the ranks as you documented right here.
I think you documented that, Ross. Let me tell you something.
Whatever.
These guys fight amongst themselves for sport. It's a way to keep their teeth sharp. We know, and you should know better than anybody, you followed Farouk's career from some time now. He's the leader, he's the man, and some say he's the tyrant.
Well, he was a sack master at Florida State. Peter Boulware, the number 4 pick in the NFL draft, just broke Farouk's records down at FSU. Nice cross body by Aldo Montoya on D'Lo Brown. And I'll tell you something, Brian, I've been pretty impressed with D'Lo Brown's athletic ability, and certainly he's been taking some lessons from the boss. Oh, there's a DDT. I'm talking about Farouk, a pretty good teacher.
Well, he's been waiting on the sidelines. He's hungry. He's getting a chance to showcase his talents and impress Farouk.
Steve Corino with a rather slight build, getting the tag in here. And, look out! Well, how do you like that power bomb? D'Lo Brown countered.
He's showing some athleticism. Go with that nasty attitude. He's tired of sitting ringside and giving a few feeble kicks to guys that get tossed out.
And the 6'8", 300-pound crush. Look at this awesome strength by this big monster. Man, oh my!
He's doubling his pleasure.
He doesn't like to be called jailbird. And if he is a little bit unhappy in the Nation of Domination, I don't know who's going to discipline this big guy. Savio Vega back in. And, Savio, originally from Puerto Rico, spending a part of his time in the South Bronx.
I think he's washed his hands and his feet of any association with Puerto Rico.
Oh, look at this. Right here. Look out. Here comes that mugging. Savio with a reverse kick.
Ooh, there's the hard punch.
The referee detained.
Look at that teamwork. Look at the synergism. They're all on the same page. Ahmed hasn't even opened the cover of that book.
Well, I tell you something. I admire Ahmed Johnson's his attitude, I guess, his courage.
His stupidity.
Well, you got to question his wisdom.
That's Ahmed Johnson right there.
And I think Farouk got a good point.
Another sacrificial lamb at the hands of the nation.
I don't look for Ahmed Johnson to survive. Look out here. Hey, come on.
This is just a preview of what's going to happen to Ahmed Johnson anytime he comes into the ring against a member of the Nation of Domination.
By any means necessary is the slogan coined by the leader, Farouk. And folks, whatever you do, don't go away. More on him.
The following non-title tag team match is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Coming down the aisle at a total combined weight of 498 pounds. Bombastic Mark, Bodacious Bob, the NWA World Tag Team Champions, the Midnight Express.
Kevin, do you think that Howard is ever going to get their names right? I barely can get him right. Bodacious Bart and Bombastic Bob set for action this week against Julio Sanchez and Steve Corino. Well, we'll see if good fortune can continue with the Midnight Express. They certainly stole a victory away from the Headbangers last week. After the stage dive, things look good for the former NWA and WWF Tag Team Champions, but with the referee's attention diverted, it was Bob going to the top, dropping down the big elbow, and from there, the NWA Tag Team Champions scored the controversial win over the Headbangers, but Mosh and Thrasher have not forgotten. Yeah, that feud is far from over. The Headbangers used to be the NWA World Tag Team Champions, and the Midnight Express defeated them for the gold just a few weeks back. And there is Bob now talking to James E. Cornette, who's at ringside for this matchup with good old JR for Shotgun Saturday Night. And Julio Sanchez and Steve Corino, the opponents of the NWA World Tag Team Champions, they call Sanchez the Latin Dragon. We'll see what that is all about. And here's Bob now, side headlock on Julio Sanchez. The Midnight Express really improving as a tag team the past couple of weeks here. The World Wrestling Federation big shoulder knockdown by Bob. Former Intercontinental Champion, former WWF Tag Team Champion. Oh, what a hip toss by Julio Sanchez. And this kid, Kevin's got a lot of ability. He certainly does. So does Steve Corino. Corino, a light heavyweight. Sanchez, right about 240 pounds. And we'll see now if they're able to take advantage early on. Look at this. Sanchez and Corino up top. Double Hurricane Rana. The Midnight Express in trouble. Oh, and a double drop kick. Both Corino and Sanchez have individually experienced great success on the independent scene throughout the Northeast, and they're able to put some maneuvers together that have set the Midnight Express back on their heels. I'm wondering if the NWA champions came into this one taking their opponents lightly. Now, Kevin, you know what? Before this matchup, we saw the slam of the week, the Sable Bomb on Mark Miro. unreal. I couldn't believe it.
I cannot believe the strength of Sable, able to get Mark Merrow up in the Sable bomb. But we understand that Mark Merrow is down, but not out.
Yeah, big surprise plan for Sable, supposedly this week when Raw is live from Nashville. Any ideas, Mr. Locker Room Source Man?
I have no idea right now, but I know that Marvelous Mark Merrow even emailed me to tell me what was going on. WWFK at AOL.com.
And look at this now. Bart hammering away at Steve Corino. Whipped into the corner. Bart taking a little too much time. Shoulder first into the turnbuckle. And Corino with a great arm drag.
The Midnight Express, the latest version of a concept that has been around close to 20 years now, Michael Cole. But this is without a doubt the biggest version of the Midnight Express that has ever been. Bob and Bart combined just over 520 pounds. And we'll see now if they're able to continue the work that they've done in creating a more deliberate pace for this version of the Midnight Express.
Yeah, Bart too deliberate there into a flying tackle for Corino. Just wanted a kick out by Bart.
But that can also work to their advantage because as a team that's still learning how to work together, they'll make fewer mistakes the slower they go.
Yeah, they're really getting a lot better, though, especially with the double team efforts, and you're going to see a little bit of that here. Bart with a slam and a follow-up into the elbow into the sternum by Bob.
They did one move there as a combination, and it was very effective, and now they move on. Very nicely done.
Can this team be as good as the original?
It's going to take a long time, but yes, they each individually have the tools to get there. It's going to take time.
Here's a cover by Bob. No, he decided not to go for it. Going to put a little more pressure now on Steve Corino. I don't know if that's a smart move. Corino and Sanchez really up-and-comers.
Boy, sitting right behind us, members of the Baltimore Ravens, including Tony Siragusa, the huge defensive tackle, and I know that a lot of folks are going to be jamming inside the Nashville Arena this Monday night for Raw is War live at 8:57, 7:57 Central on USA. Oh, beautiful blind tag there by the Midnight Express. Corino never saw what was coming.
And here comes Bart now, and listen to this matchup for Raw this week. The tag title's on the line. The New Age Outlaws will take on the Rock and Owen from the Nation.
Wow, I mean, just 2 weeks before Over the Edge, the big six-man, the tag team titles are going to be up for grabs. The Outlaws defending, and I've got a feeling some fireworks are going to explode this Monday night.
Yeah, the six-man in just 2 weeks at Over the Edge, you're going to see Owen Hart, and D'Lo from the Nation take on Triple H, the New Age Outlaws from D-Generation X. And what about this match just signed for Over the Edge? DOA against LOD 2000.
Man, I mean, DOA feels like they've got a legitimate gripe against the LOD after costing them a tag team title match a couple of weeks ago. It's a feud that's intensified very quickly and was really heightened this past week on Raw. We might even see some more of that action this coming Monday.
What a big shot that time by Bart. Folks, this past week on Raw, we saw another attack by D-Generation X, an assault this time on WCW headquarters outside of Atlanta. That was interesting.
They had the nice tour of the CNN Center.
You know, WWF does not condone what they're doing, but you have to admit DX really is the fun police.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, what a DDT by Corino.
Fun for who? Man, look at that DDT, and Bart Gunn now needs to make a tag.
Bart's seeing stars a little bit, but quickly he's back up. Corino moves out of the way, and here comes Julio Sanchez. Big boot to the midsection. Gets Bob with the right hand. Bart now with the right hand as well, and Julio Sanchez is on fire with a big drop kick.
Bodacious Bart now taken down by Sanchez. And let's see if this team is able to capitalize on the Midnight Express.
Bart off the ropes, ducks underneath the hand. That time there's another flying tag by the Midnight Express. They perfected that move. Sanchez does not realize that Holly's in the ring and gets caught with a big clothesline and is hit now into the chest of Bart.
Boy, he landed right on top of Bart, but nonetheless, that clothesline. Sanchez walked right into it, and he's going to walk right into this.
Wait a minute! Look at this! The Headbangers! The Headbangers are in the ring! Oh! Bart didn't see Thrasher! Mosh hammering away at Bob! The Headbangers! On fire! And there's Cornette! Gonna hightail it to the locker room with the Midnight Express! The Headbangers!
Wait a minute, they're going after him!
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Shotgun Saturday Night.
Tag team contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first to be accompanied to ringside by Yamaguchi-san, Togo, and Takamichinoku, and a combined weight of 431 pounds, Funaki and Teo, tie and tie. Their opponents at a combined weight of 442 pounds, Julio Sanchez and Steve Corino.
This is going to be a fast-paced tag team match. Wait a minute, don't bend over, Howard. That bald head, the glare is blinding me. Against
Thanks for being in play with us here, everybody, on Shotgun Saturday night. And certainly, as we start off this broadcast with international flavor, Mr. McMahon is still living. I don't think he slept a wink since Stone Cold retained the WWF title at SummerSlam.
That's right. He thought it was his big chance, didn't Mr. McMahon, and he was foiled. But now Austin's in even more trouble because McMahon's going to do something.
No doubt about that. And tag team action in progress here. Kai and Tai, certainly strength in numbers. If that is, old cliche is true there, James Z. Kai and Tai a big advantage here in this matchup. Good arm drag takeover by Steve Corino.
That strength in numbers is the advantage they have every time they come to the ring because these guys are a well-oiled four-man unit. They do some quadruple teaming you just won't see anywhere else, but Corino and Sanchez has experience as a team.
Near fall created by Julio Sanchez on Sho Funaki. Certainly Madison Square Garden was electrifying last Sunday at SummerSlam. Stone Cold Steve Austin retained the WWF title in a grueling match, James Z. And certainly I was shocked. I thought it was a class act for The Undertaker to present Austin with the WWF title. What were your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't think that it was as benign as one would think. I don't think he was giving up and saying, here, take your belt and go home. I think Undertaker wants to beat Steve Austin right in the middle of the ring. And he realized that he didn't do it that time, but he still believes he can do it. He was just showing, hey, you got the belt now. I'll give you credit for that. But it's not over, Steve Austin.
Nice double teaming by Corino and Sanchez.
This is going to be, I think, one of the first times that Kai and Tai has faced a tag team that can match them speed for speed. Corino and Sanchez have some experience as a tag team, maybe not as much as Kai and Tai, but they can definitely run along with them every step of the way.
Certainly are. Oh, good power bomb there by Corino. In a near fall situation created again. Our thoughts are with Mick Foley, who was seriously injured at SummerSlam, and certainly James Z. Kane and Mick did not, or Mankind, if you will, did not join forces. There's a knee to the back.
Power elbow. I'll tell you what, everybody talks about the effect that Mr. McMahon has had on things. I think maybe Mr. McMahon's most despicable act, in my opinion, it may get me censored or even fired for it, is goading Mick Foley, Mankind, into taking that match 2-on-1 against the Outlaws. McMahon knew that Mick Foley never backs out of a match, knew that he never backs down from a challenge, knew that he wasn't going to disappoint anybody. He was going to go in there and try to win the thing himself.
Oh.
Wait a minute. And McMahon took advantage of that, and as a result, Mankind went in there in a situation where he couldn't win. He still gave it everything he had, but when Kane popped out of that dumpster, nobody knew he was there, and what he did to Mankind with that sledgehammer, from what I understand from some of the wrestlers I've talked to, they're saying that Mick Foley may never be the same again.
And that is a sad commentary, to say the least. It shows you what kind of human being that Kane is. And certainly we'll keep you apprised of...
Shows you what kind of human being Mr. McMahon is.
Well, I've going to agree more of that particular statement. There is a nice drop kick by Steve Corino on Men's Teo.
I don't mind saying it. I'm on the cracked ice anyway with my skates. Wait a minute. What's it? What is Corino? Look out! Whoa!
What an inverted atomic drop there by Teo, and makes the exchange with Funaki.
Boy, you've got to admire Kai and Tai. They have invented more maneuvers than most guys ever know in their career. I've never seen something like that before out of nowhere. It looked like Corino was going for the Hurricane Rana, and Teo certainly took advantage of it.
So we got new tag team champions, the New Age Outlaws. D'Lo Brown retains his European title against Val Venus.
That was a controversial one, and we know that they're going to be rematched tomorrow night on Sunday Night Heat in another European title match. We'll see if this time there's a clear-cut decision.
Sunday Night Heat tomorrow night on the USA Network begins at a special time of 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, everybody, due to the coverage of the U.S. Tennis Open. Triple H became the Intercontinental Champion at SummerSlam with just an unbelievable matchup with The Rock on a ladder.
Wait a minute, what are they going for a spike pile driver on Corino? Oh my God, I don't think they got him straight down, but they got enough of him. Corino he's almost out.
That should be enough. And
no.
Instinctively, Corino got a left shoulder up.
They were off on that move, Kaientai were. They didn't quite get the leverage they wanted to get to drive Corino straight down, but it still stunned him.
What did you make of the fact, wait a minute, there's a cover again by Teo. What did you make of the fact, James, when Kane came out to apparently help his brother, The Undertaker, during the WWF title matchup, but The Undertaker dismissed his brother and sent Kane back to the locker room?
Well, you got, wait a minute, Taka with a right hand. You've got to know that Undertaker is not a guy who's going to take help when he thinks he can do something himself. This may have been a conspiracy on the part of Undertaker and Kane to once again align themselves as a family, but they are not about to change character completely. Corino's got both of them down. Undertaker thinks that he can beat Austin. He knows he can beat Austin. He wants to do it himself. If he didn't do it then, he still thinks he can.
Tag made now. Sanchez. The big full head of steam here in this tag team matchup. Well, certainly we'll be talking about that matchup in the SummerSlam event for years to come. And we'll update you more on it in the broadcast here on Shotgun Saturday night. And Kaientai reversing Corino and Sanchez.
Corino and Sanchez got a chance at an upset here. Well, wait a minute, they did. Oh!
Togo and Taka Michinoku just eliminated Corino. And the other two, Kaientai, had just taken care of Sanchez.
Here are your winners, Funaki and Teo Kaientai.
What a move out of nowhere, a double DDT. Kaientai pull it out again with that tremendous teamwork that's been their hallmark ever since they arrived at the WWF, JR.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, SummerSlam was a huge
Success. Here's some comments from some of the fans that attended the event.
Here come the Oddities on Shotgun Saturday night. And Jim, I'll tell you this. Some people are saying that China may have enjoyed that date with Mark Henry.
Well, some people say some pretty strange things. I don't see how anybody with a lick of sense could possibly have enjoyed that date. I've had people say to me, China may have seen another side of Mark Henry. Mark Henry's so big, the Hubble telescope couldn't see another side of Mark Henry.
Well, Jim, let me ask you this. Why then did China help Mark Henry out this past week on Raw?
I don't know. Same reason why all these people love these Oddities. Mass hypnosis. What can I tell you?
And Luna in the ring with her new do. She was defrocked by the Headbangers a couple of weeks ago. And
No, wait a minute. I've known Luna a long time. She lost her frock a long time. But, oh, you mean the hair?
yeah, the hair.
Okay.
And I'll tell you this, there's rumor and speculation that the Headbangers also defrocked the Insane Clown Posse.
The Headbangers are probably the two most noted defrockers in the World Wrestling Federation. And I'll tell you what, Kurgan needs to be defrocked of that leather bonnet he's got on.
And I don't know if this is a wise move by Diamond Corino and also Jimmy Cicero to attack the Oddities like that. And look at Golga now.
Cicero up and down. Boy, Luna is sure looking healthy at ringside in that bright red top she's wearing.
What an elbow by Golga, and look at this, leg across the sternum on Cicero. Here's the cover now, could be a quick one, and Cicero gets the shoulder up.
I don't know which is more painful, the leg or the smell. Cicero's got to make a tag and just get out of there. I don't see anybody on the side of Cicero, Diamond, and Corino that's going to have a lot of success with these giants, these weirdos, these freaks.
Here's the 7-foot monster, Kurgan. And Jim, do you realize we are just hours away from Rock Bottom in your house, live exclusively on pay-per-view, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. And it's also very exciting that Sunday Night Heat is going to be live the hour before the pay-per-view at 7 o'clock, 6 Central on USA. You get to see your first look at that grave site for the Buried Alive match, and The Rock is going to be on Sunday Night Heat.
Yes, Michael Cole, the Baron of Boppet, Mr. Twister, you blabbermouth. I'm aware of all those things because we're going to be right there ringside in Vancouver. I'm broadcasting on Sunday Night Heat to get that first look at the burial mound, to see the LOD 2000 take on Triple H and X-Pac in that tag match, to see Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock and all these other guys in their last-minute preparations for what could be the most important night of their lives.
Look at Kurgan now. Diamond in the air, switches him over, and here comes a spinning sidewalk slam by the giant Kurgan. And speaking of giants, here comes the 7'7", 550-pound Silva.
Tremendous move there by Kurgan, but sooner or later, even a blind squirrel will find a nut. And now Corino has got to be nuts if he thinks that he's going to stop the giant Silva.
He went for the ride with a choke slam, and look at Silva. He's huge. And here comes Golga now.
And Corino is now imitating a doormat
And the Oddities are those visitors that you get every day and just when you're sitting down to have dinner. You don't want them, but they come in anyway.
Not pleasant.
Oh! Golga with a big slam, and Corino's in trouble. Look at Golga. He's like a big old kid, isn't he? Well, that's not a word I'd have thought the first or second thing to describe him, but there it goes. This one's over. Corino won't get up from this. That hemorrhoid hop of Golga's. Now, why in the world would Diamond and Cicero come into the ring and attack the Oddities again after the match was over? Temporary insanity. So, folks, the Oddities pick up the victory here on Shotgun Saturday night as we get set for Rock Bottom in your house just hours away. Boy, you gotta mark it down. The mass hysteria, the popularity of these Oddities. They're ugly. They smell bad. They have no manners. And Luna's a wild woman. But the folks love them, Michael. The Oddities pick up the win, folks, when we come back. A look ahead at Rock Bottom.